The tourism industry in Uganda has registered steady progress over the years, but is also faced with quite a number of challenges. One of them is the transportation of tourists and their luggage. Many local tour operators hire cars to take tourists to their destinations because the cost of buying the cars is very high. But a Tanzanian company that assembles tour operating vehicles called RSA Safari Cruiser has a solution to that.
We need to work together. We need to join hands together to ensure that we attract all the international tourists to come to Uganda as well.
The firm has been in the industry for 14 years, designing convenient tour operating vehicles for Africa's rough terrain.
One thing has always been common over the last 14 years. We have always looked at safety, reliability, and performance.
Ugandan tour operators are now calling on the government to subsidize the cost of the four-wheel drive vehicles to promote tourism.
But when you go to these banks, they don't understand the value of these things and what they mean to the tourism sector. It is important that maybe the government of Uganda puts aside a certain amount of money to help the private sector be able to purchase these cars so that our tourists may move on our roads securely, but at the same time having very good quality cars.
Amos Okesa also notes that the industry in Uganda is composed of many young people who are trying their hand in the tourism sector.
Majority of the tour operators are startups. Many of these people are just starting businesses. They're ambitious. They want to grow their businesses, but the challenge is that they're not capitalized enough to be able to afford this kind of cars. Ugandans are competing with people who are not necessarily Ugandans, who have access to cheap money, and what that means is that they can borrow money at 3, 4, 5% and come and compete with us who are borrowing money at 28%.
One of the marketeers in RSA Safaris explains some of the unique features that are compounded in this new tour vehicles that have been put in place.
Machine that we call the RSA Safari Cruiser Grand. The vehicle behind me, when it initially started out, it was a pickup. We took a pickup and we converted it into a Safari Cruiser. So what does the word conversion mean exactly? Remember, we normally take the vehicle. After cutting the vehicle over here, what we do is we increase the base of the vehicle, the length of the chassis. This allows us to get better stability from the vehicle and better off-road performance. Now remember, when you're taking your car off-road, you need to make sure that it has got a huge clearance. As you can see, the vehicle has got an almost 2 feet clearance from the ground. That allows it to handle the most difficult terrain easily. Another thing to realize is that this angle over here is about 22 degrees. This means when you go in ditches, your back part of your vehicle will not be hitting the ground. Now, one more feature that the Grand has, which is very extraordinary, is the size of these windows. Do you see how large these windows are? These windows are made bigger to make it more fun for you to view the environment around you, to see what is happening, to see the wildlife, to be easily able to enjoy that. When you buy the vehicle, not only do you get the car, you also receive a front bull bar that I will show you in a second now. As you can see, this front bull bar has been designed keeping in mind safety of the vehicle and its passengers. First of all, the design is an aerodynamic V shape, which allows the vehicle to travel quicker and faster. In addition to that, this is an extremely light bull bar design. It allows you to put your antenna over here for the radio call. It allows you to put your spotlights over here. But most importantly, it allows you to enjoy a drink while you're in the bush. We have got our rear tire bracket for the vehicle. This allows the car to travel over long distances by carrying 2 tires. The design is an extremely lightweight design, which increases the safety of the vehicle as well as the performance of the vehicle. If you look behind the car, you'll find an extremely large-sized boot. It allows you to store large amounts of luggage for your tourists and your guests. It is probably one of the largest boot spaces you can ever get from any vehicle. If you'll come with me inside the car, I've got some other great things to show you. In some safaris, you tend to find an older passengers or passengers with disabilities. For those passengers, we have created the side step ladder. This ladder makes it easier for people to climb up and into the vehicle. Now we are sitting inside the vehicle. There's a lot to be noticed that makes this vehicle very special. First of all, when I look outside, I'm a very tall person. When I look outside the car, I've got an extremely good view. My view is not restricted by a shorter window. So it's easier for me to enjoy the scenery that is being provided. Also, there are extremely nice cooling vents over here from the air conditioning system. So if I'm feeling hot, I can always point the AC towards myself and enjoy the cool winds of the AC. But in case I'm feeling cold and everyone else is feeling hot, I can just close the vents and be comfortable myself. When I look at the material around me, I can see an extremely nice finish and a very nice cushion. This cushion is safe, it protects me in case the car is moving on the bumps, it will not allow me to be hurt. In addition to that, look at the seat I am sitting on. This seat is called the Super Deluxe seat. Super Deluxe because it allows you to tilt over here, it allows you to move back and forward. So I'm a tall person and I've got extremely good leg room. It also allows me to recline in case I'm feeling sleepy. I can always take a quick nap and relax myself. And in case I'm feeling hungry after my nap, I've got my Angel fridge next to me. The Angel fridges are a legend in reliability. They are well known for their performance in the outdoors. A 40-liter fridge allows me to store my drinks, my food, my meals. In fact, anything that I want to be kept cold can be kept cold over a long period of time. And once I've reached my destination in the safari park and I need to put some of my things at the back, it's very easy for me to reach over and just deposit in my luggage area at the back. But imagine now I'm on a safari and I want to have a nice view. This view here is one of the best views of a safari expedition you can ever have. It gives you a 360-degree view of the surrounding areas, making it very easy for me to take photographs, to look at what's happening nearby, to look at what's happening above in the trees, and at the same time I'm protected from rain and sun. So if I must do a safari, then this is the car that I want to do a safari in. I do not think any other vehicle beats the RSA Safari Cruiser Grand. Another interesting feature of the vehicle is the sockets that I have, the power sockets. These power sockets serve two advantages. It allows me to charge my phones when I'm on safari. It also allows me to charge my electronic devices when I'm on safari. Now, one more thing that we do with this vehicle is the raised windscreen. The windscreen has been raised 10 centimeters above to make it easier for me to look at what's happening ahead. So I do not need to struggle to see the road as would with another car.